Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Motivational Monday. Yes, this is what we're doing. So, I think I just put my forehead in the camera. Sorry about that. I am actually just, I don't know, going to tell you guys a story about, well, first I'm going to ask you guys a question. How many of you guys have ever, I don't know, prayed or I don't know, or are currently trying to manifest something into your life, if you believe in that? And are you asking God or whoever you pray to, believe in, just trying to figure out why it hasn't happened yet? Well, you know, there's beauty in waiting. There's absolutely nothing wrong with waiting. And a lot of people believe and that every chance that we don't take, we miss out. I believe the opposite, actually. Let me tell you why. First, oh, look at how beautiful that is, you guys. See, the art is so pretty. I love it. But the reason why I said I believe the opposite is because if you rush into something, you know, like let's say that you meet this amazing, I'm just going to say this. Let's say I meet this amazing man and he's everything I want. He is literally, on paper, the man of my dreams, the man I have been trying to meet. I have been waiting for all these years, you guys. And then let's just amp it up. Let's just ante up the ante a little bit. Let's say that I am everything he's been praying for and waiting for all these years. And let's just say we have something in common where we have been waiting the exact amount of time for each other without knowing we were waiting for each other. And, you know, it's like we meet, you know, he's attracted to me, I'm attracted to him. We decide to, I don't know, like, let's just say 2 weeks later, decide that we want to date. Fine. Good. Perfect. And then, I don't know, 2 weeks after that, maybe not 2 weeks, let's just say 3 weeks after that, I decide that we should be monogamous. He agrees. And then, I don't know, let's just give it 2 more weeks after that. Are you guys keeping count? Because I'm not. I lost count. Anyway, let's just say 2 more weeks after that. He decides that, hey, why don't we take it to the next level? Why don't we move in? I'm like, oh my gosh, I've never lived with anyone before you, but yes, I'll move in with you. Well, let's just say, okay, so let's just move a little bit forward, a little bit more realistic. 3 months after we meet, we decide that we're in love. We are going to get married. Oh, bells will be ringing. Okay, I'm done. No, I'm not singing, but I'm just saying, you know, guys, just go with me on this. So, you know, we move in and we're having fun and all this, you know, and then, you know, we're living together. And he doesn't give me a ring then. But we have decided that we're getting married. We haven't set a date yet. But we have verbally decided that we're getting married. Now, let's say 6 months down the road, you know, he, you know, starts getting involved in work and having those late nights, and he starts spending time with the same person, and vice versa. I start spending time with someone of the opposite sex, a lot of time with them. We're hanging out, we're going out to eat after work, and, you know, hey, I get the right idea of, let's invite our friends over. Well, it's evident that, guys, go with me on this. It's evident that we are both mutually attracted to other people, but we're living together. we're verbally engaged. And we rushed in because we had already made the calls of, saying that we were going to do all these things. We didn't quite keep our word, guys, because we fell in love with other people. And what if these other people that we fell in love with are actually the ones that we were supposed to fall in love with? Now, had we waited, to actually get a chance to know each other, get a chance to get a feel for each other's personality, exactly how we are, the good things, the bad things, what annoys him, how he manages his money, does he have a savings account or does he spend everything? Does he believe in saving up for the future, or does he believe in spending as much as you can, buying the most expensive things, and living for today? So, I just want to, those are the things that you guys, those are the things you should be doing. You should be trying to figure out. I will say within the first 90 days of meeting someone. And the reason why I do it like this, and I'm saying this, is because that was a true story. Except for the moving in part. But that was a true story. And except for there was an actual ring. But I'm just giving you guys a little picture of, what if I didn't get out of it, you guys? I actually walked away. And the other thing is that, there was no nest for him, there was no nest for me. But we did realize that we were not the ones for each other. He may have realized it a little bit after me, but even still, to this day, right now, as of today, we both are in mutual agreement that he and I are not the ones for each other. Thank you, Jesus. But I told you guys that to say, there in this world, in this generation that we are living in, and what the TV and what the television, the internet, social media shows us is that fast, get it hard. YOLO, you only live once, right? No, you don't only live once. For us who are believers, this is just the testing ground, okay? This is just the preview. This is just the appetizer. Because we will have everlasting life. If you read Revelations, it tells us that. Now, if you don't believe in the Bible, and if you're not a Christian and you don't believe in reading the Bible, that is completely fine. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to... Is it about the rain on me? But I'm talking to those of us who have read it, and who are believers. If someone is pressuring you and telling you that, no, why are you moving so slow? Ladies, run. Men, go. Jump in your trucks, cars, whatever, and run. Because anyone who's trying to rush you into marriage or into a relationship, red flag. And anyone who tries to guilt you or to make you feel like you're something's wrong with you for not instantly taking them up on their offer when they're offering it to you. Because number one, let me tell you something. If it is love, it is not for sale. If it is legitimate and they really, really want to be with you and they do not have an ulterior motive, they will wait. Let me tell you why. Because if they are truly in love with you, they'll be like, hey, they're not ready right now, but I'm in love with him, but I'm in love with her, and I'm not going to give anyone else a chance to get them. So, I'm going to wait. Now, okay, let's do the hindsight. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Let's say that this person is making you wait, okay, if you ask them and you guys have been dating 6 months, okay, they're like, can you give me 6 more months? Okay, that's fine. Or if they give you a time frame, period, that's good. But if you're with someone that doesn't give you a time frame and says, I'm not ready for this right now, let's circle back at a later date, run. Because they are not going to commit, ever. That is basically saying no, not ever, but a nice way of saying it. And kind of saving yourself the whole waiting for 7 years on this one person and find out that they're just trying to make you their partner, their life partner, instead of their significant wife or husband. It's good for you guys too, men too, because I have some guy friends who've been through this, and I love you guys, so I'm just letting you guys know. So, as people, if you are seeking that, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter if you have kids. It doesn't matter if you're single, never married, don't have any kids. You know, if you're one of those rare ones, because there's not many of us out there, but if you're one of the rare ones, it's kind of like spotting, you know, an albino squirrel. It's a pretty big thing around here. Anyway, I have a friend named Snowy, and that is my little albino squirrel. But anyway, but yeah, so the thing is that waiting is a good thing. And I'm going to tell you a little short story. This video is 2 minutes. But the little short story is about Jacob and Rachel. You guys heard of them? They're my friends. Jacob was, a little bit about Jacob. He kind of had a faulty character. He's a little bit of a deceiver. You know, there's his brother Esau. He kind of tricked his own brother out of his birthright. And anyway, birthright is a big thing with God, so you know, with all that. But anyway, do a little bit of research. I'm not a theologist. Yes, I'm not a theologist. I'm not a certified preacher, or I'm not in the fivefold ministry. I'm just your friend, your sister from another mister, just sharing information. And so anyway, back to Jacob. So yeah, so he had a little bit of a character flaw, but you know, who doesn't? And so he was a master deceiver. So to make a long story short, he fell in love with this young lady named Rachel. She was beautiful. I imagine that she was beautiful because of the way he reacted. It says in the Bible, it's in Genesis, but when he saw her, he wept out loud. Look at a man when he sees a woman weeps out loud, and he kisses her. Honestly, I don't know how I'd react. You know, like if my husband was like Jacob and he sees me and he's like weeping out loud, like I found her, Jesus, and he kisses me up, like we're not there yet. I feel the exact same way that you do, but you're moving a little bit too fast, buddy. Slow down. That's probably how I'd react. But anyway, I don't know. It depends. I might be like, yeah. I don't know. No, just kidding. No. Definitely not. We're not going to do the Jacob and Rachel thing. This is the 28th century. So anyway, but yes, exactly. So if something happens like that, if you guys have that moment, let me finish telling the story. Sorry guys, sidetracked. So anyway, so he goes to Laban, which is Rachel's father, tells her that he's in love with her, tells him that he's in love with her and whatnot, and then he's like, oh, but I don't really know if he brings Leah into it. I have to go back and look, you guys. But to make a long story short, back in those days, the older daughter, he had another daughter, her name is Leah, she was older than Rachel. The older daughter had to be married before the younger daughter. And you guys, that sucks. It really sucked for me because, you guys, I'm the youngest of 6 and I have 4 older sisters. So yeah, that would totally suck for me if that was the case. Anyway, just picture that. So another thing is that the fact that we actually have, so there's, oh no, strangers. Oh no, people. Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm just going over here. Oh, sorry. So anyway, basically, like, what the whole thing is that, well, when, you know, he married, I guess he went through the actual ceremony with, Rachel, and then back in that time, women wore veils, so you couldn't see their faces. And so, you know what, to be honest, I wonder if he really, like, because she was wearing a veil, I wonder if he really, like, how it was portrayed. A lot of people say that he went through the marriage ceremony with Rachel, but then Laban deceived him. So I'm going to get to that part. Laban deceived him by bringing Leah into their, in the middle of the night, and he consummated the marriage physically, which consummated, you guys know what that means. I'm not going to go into detail with you guys. Anyway, basically they had sex. And, I just said sex. Oh, I said it again. And oh boy. Anyway, you guys, to make a long story short, he deceived him. He consummated the marriage with with Leah. And so Laban was like in the morning, like, why did you beguile me? I, worked 7 years for you for Rachel, and you brought me Leah. And then he was like, well, if you want Rachel, you're going to have to work 7 more years. And he did. Guys, that's what if that happened to us? Like, what if that one person that you have met in your whole entire life, that you met them, and then God was like, yes, you waited 7 years for them. And I'm like, yay, but you're going to have to wait 7 more years. I'm like, well, why? I don't know. I'm just saying hypothetically. I don't think that God is going to do me like that. He wouldn't do me like that. I'm just saying. Because I got it like this. I am his little girl. I've got him wrapped around my finger. But anyway, so yeah. So, what if that happened? And the thing is that, a lot of people, I've heard some people say, oh, poor Jacob, but it's kind of like, remember when you did that thing to Esau? Well, you reap what you sowed there, buddy. So, okay, so, we're even now, and you're going to get Rachel, but you just have to, they didn't say no, he wouldn't get her, but he just had to work a little bit harder to get her, so, instead of having the easy way, had he not done that to Esau, I think he would have gotten Rachel on the first 7 years he worked for her. Gosh, guys, and think about it, it wasn't even 7 years, it was 14 years, so 7 plus 7, you can do the math, and, 14 years, you guys. Imagine waiting 14 years for that someone. But the thing is that it's not a bad thing. Waiting is not a bad thing, because while you're waiting, I look at it like this. Maybe I'm waiting so long, or maybe, he's waiting so long because God is preparing both of us. He's preparing both of us. And we have absolutely no idea when we're going to meet, when our paths are going to cross. But God is preparing me, and he's preparing him. Because I don't think that you can, like you start being a husband the moment that you say I do. I don't think that you start being a wife the moment that you say I do. And this is, I really want you guys to comment, tell me how you feel, let's just have a conversation about this. This will be continued. So I feel like this, I want to know, comment, yes or no, or if you agree with me or not, if you believe that you start being a husband as soon as you get married, and you start being a wife as soon as you get married. And I don't believe that. So if you agree with me, then just type in you agree with me. If you don't agree with me, say I don't agree with you, and then tell me your reasons why. Okay, so all right, you guys, this is at 18 minutes. I did not mean for it to be long. I've never done a long video like this, you guys. So anyway, I am MaryKatherine. This is Happy Monday. All right, you guys. So bye. Love you. Stay blessed. Stay encouraged.